I've got a directory, c:temp grouper installer, and a jar grouper installer. I also have Java 6 JDK. So if I type java-jar grouperinstaller.jar, this will ask me for my install directory, and it'll default to right here. It downloads the API binary from the release site. You can use any database if you have it installed, but you can also just use the SQL database, and this will start it for you. So we can init, add the tables and everything, and it tells you the command that it does to do that. gsh.bat registry drop run script. Then we can add the quick start subjects. We can add the quick start data, which is all the groups and stems and folders and memberships. And it also tells you the command to do that and where it downloaded the file from. Then it will download the UI from the website and unzip that. Then it needs Ant to build the UI, so it downloads Ant from a website so we know what version it is and where it is. If you have Ant on your system, it's not going to install it in the path or anything. It's just going to use it for these purposes. Then it's building the UI, and it tells you the command it does to do that. Then it's downloading Tomcat, and again, it's not going to actually install this on my system. It's going to just use it in this directory. You can say what ports you want to run on. And then the URL, the first part of the URL for a grouper, so you could put the version number in there if you wanted to. And then it says how it configures that. It adds the context to the server XML file. And it asks you if you want it to set the grouper system password in the Tomcat users file. So I can do that. And then it tells you how it set that and the role in the Tomcat users. Then it starts Tomcat. It makes sure it's listening on 8080. And it tells you the UI URL. Meanwhile, it's downloading the web service. I can go to this URL. I can log in with the grouper system pass that I just had, that I just entered. And now I have the quick start running with the UI. Meanwhile, the web service is downloading, and then it unzips it and tars it. Note, you don't need gzip or tar or anything on your machine. It uses Java to do that. Now it's going to build the web service with this command, ant, in the web service directory, and it also edited the build properties to set where grouper is. After it's done, you can set the path where you want grouper web service to be in Tomcat, and the default is grouper-ws. It's going to add that to the server XML. It's going to stop Tomcat, start Tomcat, wait for it to start. It's going to add grouper system to the web service users group with GSH, and it's going to download the client, unzip the client, run a client command. Here's the output. It sees the users in the web service client group. So the client works, web service works, UI works, WS works, everything works.